Hello everyone, I am Gutza and today I am here to play a multiplayer game of Europa Universalis with my co-players, Nimble Guy. Hey Nimble Guy, wanna speak? Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. Hey.
Hi. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, that's understandable. And of course Battle Fury, who was my co-player last in the Crusader Kings 2 game. Now, for those of you who are observant, you may notice that this doesn't look like Europa Universalis IV. That's because we're playing with the Meiou and Taxis 2.0 mod for the game, which is basically a complete overhaul. It adds these really interesting mechanics. Basically, vanilla Europa Universalis 4 is kind of like this blob fest of a game where sure, there's lots of diplomacy and all that, but the economy and internal politics is very shallow. Meiou and Taxis changed that. It adds a ton of mechanics such as population growth, disease, estates that are actually dynamic and important instead of just things that you milk. A new start date, a beautiful map, as you can see right here. It's very beautiful, believe me. So, and also a new start date. So as you can see, we are starting the game in the Christmas Day 1356, more than a century before the normal EU4 start date. This is for numerous reasons, partially because this was what's known as the Golden Bull, which changed the Holy Roman Empire into the familiar system, and also around this time there's lots of interesting things going on, such as there's a civil war in Spain, there's a civil war with Sweden, China was still divided into many states, and it was this combat. It's just a more interesting time overall. So without further ado, let's just say who's going to be playing. I am playing as Naples. Battle Fury's...
Fez.
Yeah, Fez, this nation here. It's where Morocco is today. And Battle Fury's playing as Poland. Poland is going to go into space. Sorry, that joke was obligatory. So anyway, let's actually get started. Okay. Our nation's yeah, this is just one of the mechanics.
Why is my legitimacy 24?
I think it's probably pre some sort of event or historical setup, I don't know. Okay, so let's start actually looking into some of the changes that this mod makes. First of all, let's click here. You can see instead of development, you have population. There's three kinds of population. So you can see there's three types of population: rural, which are the farmers, urban, and upper class. And so this is just Naples, which is another city. So there's now I will note that there's a lot more variables to this in the mods, just as they haven't been initialized yet. So it's best to just start playing right now and address stuff as they come up. So let's just start off by doing the standard EU4 stuff, you know, selecting rivals, diplomacy, that kind of thing. So first, let's decide to rival Aragon and Hungary. I don't know why that's an option. Is it because Croatia is a vassal of them? I don't know. So we are making a bunch of money so we can afford some... Oh, Queen Jeanne d'Anjou's quite a mediocre ruler. She's kind-hearted, but also a naive enthusiast. Heir Louis d'Anjou has the same stats, 333. Okay, let's actually start hiring advisors. So, first, this is a bit too expensive, so let's hire a high judge. Lowers the autonomy, which is actually pretty important, especially with many of the mods' features. For this, we don't really need a diplomat at the moment, and Oh, army reformer, nice. Actually, maybe we will get a diplomat. Yeah. Envoy travel time, improve relations. This is all nice. Okay, I have a truce with Hungary. Province improvements. Bunch of... We'll get to that later. New mission, so... Okay. Huh. Keep Aragon out of Italy. So... Anyway, what are you doing, Fez and Poland?
I'm going to ally Tlemcen in Granada, and I'm currently planning on forming a caliphate in, what was that place again?
Cordoba? Yeah. Ah,
Yeah.
so you're doing a Reconquista.
Pretty much.
Funny thing, the mod developer is actually a major fan of Granada.
Nice. Okay, where's the button to declare war on Poland?
Yeah. So you can see there's a ton of decisions. And they're saying absolutism is unlocked from the start. It's now called centralization. And now it's not currently available. In fact, I don't think it's even set up at the moment. But, no, centralization. So, since currently my centralization is 0, which means that it's a very feudal state at the moment. Kind of bad, we'll have to raise it. So yeah, as you can see, I'm a feudal monarchy. I think Poland is an elective of another feudal monarchy. You're a sultanate.
Yeah, feudal though.
Title rank kingdom. Could change government to a. I prefer something like an administrative monarchy or constitutional monarchy.
What?
No, I'm just looking at some of these options.
Oh, well, they're all like 10,000 admin mana.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I can select an idol.
Oh.
Oh, there are no idols. Okay.
Okay, states haven't been set up. There's a lot of stuff that haven't been set up. Okay, I started out with naval ideas, which aren't that good, but they lead to better stuff later on. So what ideas do you start out with?
Trade.
Okay. Oh wow. Oh wow, Battle Fury has a 6/6/5 king. So what ideas do you have, Battle Fury? Quality. Ah, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's this decision, introduce air. Sounds good. Air introduced.
Oh, no air. Okay.
I think you have, since you're a Muslim, you have the special mechanics. Huh.
I mean, I can seek legitimacy from a caliph and
Uh,
make a pilgrimage.
yeah. Funny thing, currently the Pope is not in Rome, but in, in France, and so soon there will be this schism, between the Pope and the anti-Pope, and I'm thinking that, I could even try declaring war on the anti... Well, no, it would be a bad idea because then I have to face off France.
So basically Crusader Kings 2 in the shell nut.
Yeah. So currently my vassals are... Wait. Vassals are... Corfu, which is... Where is it? Oh, Corfu, which is Greece. Which is the Ionian Islands. And then there's Provence, which is in France. I'm kind of worried about that. I should try to vassalize Sicily as soon as possible. The only problem is... The problem is that they're a vassal of Aragon, so I'll have to fight Aragon to get Sicily.
Are you gonna become the king of 2 Sicilies?
Oh yeah, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. In fact, hopefully I might even become king of Italy. That's my long-term goal. Okay, let me just do some diplomacy.
If I remember, there's a special Italian power mechanic.
Yeah, there's this whole balance of power between the Venice, Milan, Florence, and Naples. Oh no, and the Pope. The Pope is the... Okay. Relations actions. Okay, covert actions. Build spy network in Aragon. Now for allies. let's see. Let's try start building up a relationship with Sicily. So
Oh, I need an idea to raid coastal provinces.
okay,
Oh, okay.
yeah, as I said, eventually they'll be adding the MNT guys will be adding a pirate estate. Let's see if we can. Okay, we want Provence to be very happy with us. Oh no, Provence is we have a personal union, so we could try integrating that. Actually, I don't know how you integrate it. So, choose a policy. Choose a policy. Personal union policies. So you have to wait. Currently, since my centralization is 0, it will take basically the entire game to integrate. But I'll be raising my centralization. So, well, we could always just, yeah.
I can't choose an heir until I have more than 24 legitimacy. That's fun.
Yeah. Ouch. Okay. Currently, we can't do much with policies because initialization hasn't happened yet. So, there really isn't that much to do. So, it's okay if we can actually begin the game.
Okay.
Are you ready, Battle Fury? Begin. Okay, sure. Okay, and away we go. Okay, extra tags. Sorry. Yeah. Now, I will warn that there'll be a lot of chug in the beginning and lag because of all the variables popping up.
Do we want New World plagues?
Yes, it's realism. Basically, that means that when the New World, when people get to, when the explorers come to the New World, there will be this massive plagues that will kill their pop.
Oh.
Yeah, this lag should get better once all the variables are done. Okay, anyway, got a flavor event, the Italian balance. In early modern times, the Italian peninsula was dominated by the factor of balance. In fact, the historical term of balance of power has roots in Italy, not England. The term of bilancia was first used by Venetian ambassadors in the mid-15th century, but also by such notable Florentine authors such as Russelli, Machiavelli, or Guicciardini. Sorry for mispronouncing that. Preserving the status quo was the highest rule. No Italian power should once again have a hegemony like the Visconti of Milan had in the 14th century. Florence and Venice made an alliance to break the heritage of the Visconti, which led to a more split but also balanced peninsula in which the 5 powers of the Italian Pentarchy, Milan, Venice, Florence, Naples, and the Pope ruled the game of power. Later, when the Italian League was formed, it was those powers which preserved peace and prosperity in Italian lands, leading to the Renaissance, a cultural and technological springtime for whole Europe. However, it is not clear if the Italian countries may overcome their differences to keep strangers, France, Aragon/Spain, the Ottomans, the Emperor out of Italian affairs. Skepticism between the Italian powers is high, and every expansion in the Italian region will be observed with fear that once again one power may dominate the others. Especially Venice is considered to be the most dangerous by some observers and will have a pretty hard time to gain new territory. Florence has its own problems because the ruling Medici family wants to achieve full power in the Republic. In Naples, the reign of a bastard king may be the beginning of a new age for southern Italy, but the House of Anjou is still interested to take its lands back. The Pope has to consolidate his vassals in the de jure borders of the donation of Constantine, which was totally fake, by the way. It's been proved that donation was totally fake, so the Pope has no right to rule over this part of, to rule over all of Rome and the Roman territories, but they didn't know that back then. And Milan, once the important power in Italy, will continue to live in challenging times. Every new move in this game of chess will have consequences. The Italian power must be prepared. Force alone is not the way to rule as a true prince. Armed prophets have been victorious, unarmed have been destroyed. Our country will be considered a menacing Italian power. Oh my god. Gain 5 prestige. Okay. Okay, let's actually see this modifier. Yeah, menacing Italian power. All powers will oppose dominant and menacing powers. Jeez, that's nasty. Okay, let's see. Pope stuff. Okay, I'm gonna... Okay, sorry for pausing it. Let's start up again. Convince the Pope to appoint a cardinal. Yeah, but speaking of which, there's actually this mod in MNT called Dei Gratia that completely revamps religion. So now you'll see there will be religious minorities that you can manage, and there's this whole religion-related events. It's pretty cool. Check our Italian power score. Okay. Currently, I'm just focusing on opposing Aragon. Okay, let's start getting a bunch of troops up. Catholic faith, study all religions, great and small. Okay, yeah, you can see this chug is going on. All the lag from initialization. Yeah, so there's a lot more variables now. You can see these are the economy variables. You have stuff like the goods that each city is producing. These special modifiers. You have archbishopric, the farming efficiency, which basically determines how much of a city you can support based off of the farmers. You have these modifiers such as minor center of trade. You have communication efficiency, which is this mechanic that you mitigate by building roads. You have capital bonus, rank 3, 3,000 ducats of urban infrastructure. So basically, as it actually costs more to build urban infrastructure if there's already urban infrastructure there. And you have local wealth, and finally mild winter. So yeah, most of the economy variables have been initialized, but there's still the estate variables that have to be initialized.
I attempted to make an ally. They rivaled me.
Oh, damn. I need to raise my piety.
Okay, so there's literally no one around me who's willing to ally me. That's fun.
Damn, you'll have to go conquer these people, and that will damage their lands because of the new looting mechanics. That's a shame. Okay. We've recruited new people. That should fulfill the mission. Okay, more chug is going on. Oh god, Aragon is building up their military as well. Now I want Naples. Oh, these were spawned by the game, okay. Yeah, so I guess it's spawned by the game to reflect the historical composition. Okay. So, we need more cavalry, first of all. Man, I really love the soundtrack, it's amazing. Okay, I blew 100 ducats, on building up, on getting 2 horsemen and 1 thing. Okay, so now also in vanilla only Muslims get the piety mechanics, but now everyone gets the piety mechanics, and I want to build a great cathedral, but I can't because I don't have enough piety. Okay, wait, Ethiopian emissaries. Ambassadors from the fabled nation of Ethiopia have arrived in Naples seeking an audience with the Queen. They claim to be Christians of some kind, although clearly not the Catholic kind. They speak of a mighty king who rules wisely over Christian kingdoms surrounded by heathens. Although it is a bit garbled, we believe they're talking about the legendary kingdom of Prester John. The ruler seeks an alliance with his fellow Christians and requests that the queen send aid against the infidel. Then the regret was too far. Okay. I can send soldiers to aid our fellow Christians. Sounds interesting. Send artisans and craftsmen. Send priests to guide the ruler. You know, let's send priests because we want to make them Catholic, right? Yeah. We want to... Because the Ethiopians were Coptic, I think. Right. Okay, anyway, let's start buffing up this papal influence. Yeah, so... Now there's this whole mechanics with ecumenical councils. Okay, also, Hungary just white pieced Venice. There's this war going on, and... Oh man... Wars everywhere, it's sad. I don't like war, I want peace and development, but sometimes it's necessary. Okay, now... Okay, so the states have initialized, so now in Meiou and Taxes 2.0, the states aren't just randomly assigned. Every province has an estate, and the estate is determined by the statistics of a province, so... Protect against Aragon, okay. Got that mission anyway. So some estates, so for example cities with large urban pop have burghers, others have greater nobles, lesser nobles. So the lesser nobles are basically just the greater nobles, but having less power. Oh nice, got a winged hussar battle fury, that's cool. Okay. Naval race with Aragon, become papal controller, that's not, yeah. I'm not, okay, that could actually be fine. Let's start building up fleets.
So, my legitimacy is still 24.
Ouch. Spending a lot of money on one-upping Aragon. Anyway, most of the startup events should be done, so... Let's up the speed.
So apparently if I get an artist, then I can increase my legitimacy by a lot, but I have no artists.
You can just kick out some, okay. Anyway, Renaissance masterpiece of religious art. A famed artist in our country has produced a stunning piece of art that illustrates the supremacy of God over the world. It awes everyone who sees it and beautifully confirms the order of existence. As the royal family patrons the artist, is now up to decide what happens to it. Display it for the entire Christian world to see. Gain papal influence and prestige. Perfect timing, I was just needing some money. Gain ducats. And perfect illustration of royal piety. Gain stability points. So another thing, in this mod you don't boost stability by pressing a button, instead over time you build up stability points, and that eventually raises your stability. Stability is actually really important, is because you need them to revoke privileges from estates. So if you can go to the estate province estate, you see there's every estate has its own income and privileges that makes things harder for your country. You want to weaken and repeal these states and repeal their privileges as much as possible. That's the gist of it. Okay, anyway, banking, the institution of banking has spread. So you can see here, the greater nobles have a bunch of levies as well as a massive amount of estates, such as all commoners banned from the office corps, which makes things miserable for you. So, okay, so I think now with, let's see, with my, with all this initialization setup, I can start increasing my centralization with a policy. So I currently have 0 centralization, which is nasty. So I'm gonna be increasing it over time. This will lower the autonomy in many of my provinces. Happy merchants, cast a spell against Venice. average you also have modifiers like education, at development, timber stuff, the court level, which, speaking of which, I should actually start funding the court a bit. And also I have to lower the military spending, right. Army maintenance. Naval maintenance. Unfortunately. Okay, speaking of which, I have to start spending on my court. Because my court level is currently decreasing, so... Let's do this. Okay, dang. I'm gonna have to start kicking some advisors. Probably this guy. So now I'm in the green again. Yeah, advisors are really expensive. Darn. Okay, we can probably kick this guy as well. Yeah, it was a mistake to hire them.
Finally have an heir.
Nice! Let me see.
And my legitimacy is still 26. I got an event that raised it by 2, but that's about it.
Ahmad Manrid. So, how are you doing, Battle Fury? Any interesting Polish events, or...? Polish... Not yet. Your General Rip Teutons, only 2 free workshops.
Somewhat surprisingly, Castile made peace with their revolt.
Oh. Normally it's supposed to be the Tastrama is the guys who are usually the ones who win.
They just, like, peaced.
Yeah.
On hard.
We're on hard?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, let's start. I'm gonna start negotiating a bond with my vassals. Actually, no, let's try cut down their nobility's power. That sounds interesting. Except limited power that will increase their assimilation. Now they're saying Corfu can just negotiate a tighter bond. Very good. Change years as vassal. So that will decrease the years as a vassal required by 10.
I literally need 3 more reasons for Granada to ally.
Okay. Okay, wait. Just realized I can make Sicilian an accepted culture. Let's do that. Oh, it'll cost most of my Diplo power. Okay, I'll wait for later to do that. Okay, now let's try become papal controller. That sounds easy to do, considering that I'm basically the only one who has a chance of becoming pope. Oh, also the 100 Years' War is going on. Okay. Hey, you did automated construction.
Yep.
Oh, God, Poland is faced by the White Horde. That's not good.
Wait, what's about the White Horde in Poland?
Yeah, White Horde is now Poland's rival, which is very worrying. Okay, actually wait. Let's look at... deforested. No. Jeez. That's funny. Yeah, there aren't really that many forests in Naples. Are there any in Sicily? Nah, it's mostly flat. Provence? Nope. Sardinia. Oh, yeah, Sardinia has some forests. One, I'll probably end up, if I conquer it, I'll probably end up deforesting it, so it can start raising food better. Yeah, because when you can deforest the province to change its trade good to wheat, and the wheat trade good gives you food, which is important for cities. So I usually try to deforest provinces to start increasing my food supply. Monasticism, okay. So you pick what monastic order you support. I will support the Franciscans. How about get manpower malices? Augustinian, that sounds good. Jousting turn. Oh my god, gain a general with 100 tradition.
Nice.
I'm definitely taking that. Fact. Oh my god, is 6 fire pips, 4 shock pips. That's awe-inspiring.